Good morning, students. I'm your science teacher. My name is Kenneth Irfan, and I will teach you science. See the book Creative Science 6, and I will teach you first chapter. We are going to start from the first chapter, and the first chapter is food. Where does it come from? When we talk about the food, first of all, it is necessary that why we need food. We need food for doing different tasks of the life, for different works, for the exercise, for different tasks at the school, at the home, in the playground. We need energy. We need energy to do all these sorts of work, and we get energy from the food. And the question is, from where? Where does it come from? We are talking about the food, but from where the food is coming? So, in this chapter, I will explain you the sources of food. The sources of food may be of two types: the food from the plants and food from the animal. Right now, we are going to discuss the food from plants. Plants are the main source of food. They prepare their food by the process of photosynthesis. You know very well. In the previous class, definitely the teacher has explained to you what is the process and in which process the plants can prepare their own food, and this process is called photosynthesis. And plants are preparing the food in different ways. They store this food, sometimes in the leaves, sometimes in the roots, sometimes in the stem, sometimes in the seeds, sometimes in the flowers. So here these are the different sources of food, and we are going to explain it. For example, if we go back from the school and we are very hungry, and the aroma coming from our house, and if it is the aroma of our favorite dish, definitely our hunger becomes more. It means that we need this food, and there are a lot of foods. There are some foods which we like too much, and these foods are coming from the plants. The food which are coming from the plants have different types, and here are some types. Number one is cereals. There are different types of cereals: wheat, barley, millet, maize, rice. I will tell you the meanings of some things in Urdu as well, which you know very well. And barley. Barley is jaw, and millet, bajra, and maize, you know very well, it is makai, and rice, chawal. Okay, so these are called cereals. All these are called cereals. These are very necessary for our body, and they provide us energy. These are the main source of energy. And see that wheat is normally, the wheat is used to make the loaves. We use it in daily life, but wheat is also used to making breads and cake as well. Barley. Barley is used to make bread and beverages. What is beverage? Beverage is any drink except water. Means any drink. That can be coffee, that can be tea, that can be any soft drinks. These are called beverages. So barley is used for making bread and beverages. Rice. Rice, we can boil the rice, we can cook the rice, and there is another purpose of the rice is desserts. Desserts are the sweet dishes. Okay, so rice are used to make the desserts. So cereals, as it is shown in the book, that these are the different uses, and cereals are rich in carbohydrates. Cereals are rich in carbohydrates, and carbohydrates provide us energy. So why cereals are necessary? Because they provide us carbohydrates, and carbohydrates provide us energy. All the types of food, the main purpose of taking food is to get energy, and carbohydrates have a rich source of energy. So these are very necessary for our body, and we are taking this type of energy from the cereals. The other source is vegetable. Vegetable, you have seen a lot of vegetables, and we are using it in our daily life. And vegetables can be used in the form of stem. Vegetable can be used in the form of roots, in the form of leaves, and in the form of flowers. The vegetable which we use in the form of stem, there are some examples, and these examples are onion, ginger, adrak, and potato. Okay, these are present in the form of stem because the energy is stored in the stem, and when we use these stems in the form of onion, ginger, and potato, we get energy. Roots, there are some vegetables which are used in the form of roots like carrot, radish, turnip. Carrot, you know, gajar, radish, mooli, and turnip, shaljam. So these are the roots because these vegetables have stored all the food in the roots. Some vegetables we use in the form of leaves like lettuce, fenugreek. Fenugreek is methi, and next is cabbage and spinach. Coriander as well, it's also used in the form of leaves. Okay, some vegetables are used in the form of flowers. So the example of flower is cauliflower, phool gobi, and broccoli. Broccoli is also available in Pakistan as well, and it is normally in green color, and it looks like the cauliflower. So the question is why we are using vegetables. Which nutrient is present in the vegetable? Vegetables are giving us vitamins and roughage. Vitamins are very necessary for our body, although they are used in a very little quantity, but they are very necessary because in the lack of, if our body lack the vitamins, we can get a lot of diseases as well. So what is roughage? They are providing vitamins and roughage. Roughage itself is not necessary, but it helps in digestion. Roughage help in digestion, and in the vegetable, roughage is present in too much quantity, and all the digestion. What is digestion? When we eat food and all different food particles, all the things which we get as a food, they go into our body inside the stomach, and it is digested. The important parts are taken, and the waste material is expelled out in the form of feces. So the roughage help to expel the waste product. Next source is fruits. Fruits can be fleshy, fruits can be dry, fruits can be citrus. So fleshy fruits which have a big quantity of pulp like mango, apple, bananas. These are some examples of fleshy fruits. And dry fruits, walnut, almond are the dry fruits. There are a lot of other types of dry fruits, you know very well. And citrus fruits are grapes, orange, and lemon, which are citrus means very citrus taste they have. Okay, next is pulses. Fruits are very necessary for our body because they provide us the vitamins and roughage as well. Next is pulses. Pulses, you know, a lot of lentils, black grams, beans, these are the examples of pulses. Pulses, they are rich in the let's see, protein. They are rich in protein. Protein is very necessary for our body, for the making muscles. So these proteins are provided by the pulses. Next is oils. Oils are taken from the seeds of the flowers of plants like coconut, sunflower, soybean, olive oil, mustard oil. These are the different oils which we are using in our daily life, and they are also providing us fats and proteins. Next is spices. Spices are used very little in quantity, but they are used for the flavor of different recipes. So spices like asafoetida, that is hing, and cumin, zira, and turmeric, haldi, and I am going to read some other red chilies, and mustard seeds, cloves like long, ginger, adrak, coriander, dhania. These all are spices. Beverages. Any drink other than water is called beverage. Any drink other than water is called beverage. That can be tea, that can be coffee, that can be different soft drinks, that can be juices as well. Tea is taken by the tea leaves, and coffee is taken by the coffee seeds. So next one is sugar. Sugar also provides us instant energy. Very quick energy is taken by the sugar. So the sugar is prepared by the cane sugar, and it is the stem of the plant, and sugar beet. Sugar beet, it's the type of beetroot. Beetroot is a chakandar, and it's a type of beetroot, sugar beet, and sugar beet is also used to make the sugar. So these are the different sources of food which are taken from the plants. So read these pages, page number 5, 6 and 7. So here you will read the other information as well. These are the edible and non-edible parts of plants. Some parts of plants, as I have told you, that energies, sometimes plants store energy in fruits, sometimes they store energy in seeds, and sometimes they store, these are different vegetables. Fruits, seeds and vegetable. These are different fruits, seeds and vegetable which are edible. Edible means which we can eat. So these are the names of different fruit, seeds and vegetable. I am just going to read it for you. Apple, banana, custard apple, date palm, grapes, guava, lychee, mango, mulberry, muskmelon, orange, papaya, pear, pineapple, watermelon and coconut. These are different fruits which are edible, which we can eat. Seeds, different cereals like maize, rice, wheat, pearl millet and pulses, black grams, pigeon pea, gram, chickpea, green grams, lentils. Lentils mean dale, pea and soybean. These are different vegetables. Roots are the vegetable which we eat in the form of roots. Beetroot, carrot, radish, sweet potato, turnip. Sweet potato means shakarkandi. Turnip means shaljam. And underground stems, garlic, lasan, onion, potato, taro. Taro is a form of arum. Arum means this is called arvi. Arum is arvi. And leaf, stem and flowers. Cabbage, cauliflowers, fenugreek, I have told you, methi, and spinach, palak, mustard, sarson. And fruits of vegetable. Bitter gourd, bottle gourd, cucumber, brinjal, lablab beans, jackfruit, okra, pointed gourd, tomato and vegetable sponge. These are different fruits. I am just going to bitter gourd like karela, and okra, bhindi, brinjal, like bangan, cucumber, kheera, and all these are different fruits. Okay, this will be given to you as a homework as well. Okay, next, the topic is source of food, the food which we get from animals. These are different sources of food, and these are milk, egg, honey, meat, and fish. Let's start from the milk. Milk giving animals, you know very well that cow, buffaloes, and goat. These are the milk giving animals. Milk provides us energy. Okay, and this milk is used as a raw and as a boiled, and it is also used in for different purposes. I'm going to read it for you. Cows, buffaloes, and goats are common animals which give us milk. Milk can be used to prepare variety of products like curd, cheese, ghee, butter, cream. These are different things which are produced. These are the milk products. These are produced with the help of milk. And next is eggs. Eggs, hens and ducks give us eggs. Eggs are not eaten raw. They are eaten fried or boiled. They are also used to make cakes and pastries. So the purpose of the egg is to make the cakes and pastries. Next is honey. Honey, you know, is very sweet in taste. It gives honeybees. Honeybees give us honey. Honeybees collect nectar. What is nectar? Nectar is the sweet juice of flowers. They collect the nectar from the flowers, convert it into honey, and store it in the hives. This is the honeybee hive. You have ever seen, definitely. And honeybees remain active in summers, and in winter they become inactive. During the summer they work a lot, and they become inactive during the winter. The rearing of honeybees. What do you mean by rearing? To produce at the large scale. Okay, the rearing of honeybee on the large scale is known as apiculture. So what will be the definition of apiculture? Means the honeybee farming. Honeybee farming on the large scale is known as apiculture. Honey consists of water, sugar, mineral, and enzymes. These all are very necessary for our body. It is antiseptic, which destroys the growth of microorganism. Anything which can destroy the microorganism, that can be called as antiseptic. So next is meat. The main source of meat are sheep, goat, cow, hen, duck. Meat is cooked before eating, but in the past era the people used the raw meat, but now the meat is cooked before using. Fish is a rich source of animal protein. It is easily digestible. Some fish like cod and shark provide oil which is rich in vitamin D. Vitamin D is very necessary for the growth of bones. Fishes are found both in fresh water and seawater, and these are different names of fishes. Catla, Bebu or barbus, and freshwater fishes, while Helsa and catfish are seawater fishes. So these are different sources which we get from animals: milk, egg, honey, meat, and fish. And all these are very necessary for our body, and we have seen. Let's come towards the homework. You'll have to draw a title page. First of all the index, then the title page of chapter 1, and this is where does it come from, and you will do few questions. Let's come at page number 12. The first question is, why do we need food? We have discussed why do we need food, because food provides us energy, and energy is necessary for doing all the tasks of our daily work. So that's why we need food. What are the main sources of food? Main sources of food are three, and these are present at page number, two sources we have seen, and food from animals and food from plants. These are the sources of food. And question number 3, give some examples of food obtained from plants. We have discussed a lot of examples, so you will write the few examples. Number 4, give some examples of food obtained from the animals, as you are watching at the board. And next, why do we use spices? Spices we used for the flavor of different dishes. What do, question number 5, and then question number 8. What are ingredients? So what are ingredients? For example, we are going to boil the rice and water. We need two things, and these two things are called ingredients. For example, ingredients, how we can define ingredients? Ingredients are the things which are necessary to prepare any dish or recipe. These are called ingredients. And what is apiculture? So I have explained already that what is apiculture. Apiculture means the rearing of honey at the honeybees at the large scale. This is called apiculture. So do a very good, do your homework in a very good writing, and take care, and Allah Hafiz till the next topic.